Time again for your daily dose of distinction. Ideas to help you and your business stand out and move up from the competition. Here's Scott McKain.
My experience has been that retailers are fanatics about customer acquisition. What do we do to go out and get more new customers to come into our business and to shop with us? But I found few that have the passion and precision in their strategies about customer retention. In other words, we focus so much on acquisition, but we don't focus as intensely upon retention. And that's absolutely critical because net new business means that we not only keep the customers that we have, but we grow on top of that. And we already know if they've decided to do business with us, the chances we can get them to do more business with us is much more likely than what it takes to get out and get somebody new to come in and shop with us. I heard a great story about this. I was speaking for the company Telstra, which is the legacy telephone company in the country of Australia. And they hadn't had competition before, right? They were the governmental phone company, and now they have to have retail outlets, and there's a competitive situation, and they were struggling a little bit with it. So they wanted to have a meeting about customer service, and after I spoke, one of the top executives there got up and told a story that I found really compelling. He'd grown up on a ranch in Tasmania. And he said one of the challenges that they had in the ranch was because they're so enormous and vast, how do you keep the cattle on your land and prevent them from straying into another rancher's field? And one way you could do that is to build fence around your property. But he said the critical problem with that is when they built fence, it was so incredibly expensive in terms of the materials. It was so labor intensive in keeping it repaired. It was just practically impossible to keep the fence in place, and sometimes the cows broke through it anyway. But then they discovered if they would dig wells on their property, the water would attract the cattle to the point that they didn't want to stray. And the deeper the well, then the cooler and more refreshing the water, and therefore the greater the likelihood is that the cattle would never leave. Then he said, hasn't our retail business been about building fences instead of digging wells? What if we made it so compelling to stay with us that the customer had no desire to stray? That just knocked me out because I believe the purpose of any business is to profitably create experiences so compelling to customers that their loyalty becomes assured. And so how do we dig the wells in our retail business? How do we use the tools that we have in terms of information to understand more about what our customers really want, to look at social media and to look at other forms that help us understand that better? What can we do to use the technology and the tools and our commitment to retain customers by digging the wells that are so compelling that they don't desire to stray?
Check out our Daily Dose of Distinction every Monday through Friday with the founder of the Distinction Institute, best-selling author and Hall of Fame professional speaker Scott McKain. For more information on our highly interactive virtual training and educational platform, go to distinctioninstitute.com.